Hi everyone, I'm Syed from Ontracker. Ontracker is construction's first no-code software platform that enables contractors to build their own custom business app. For the longest time, construction contractors were using inefficient manual methods to manage their projects and daily operations, which led to the now infamous report, which revealed that construction was one of the least digitized industries in the world. And then, boom, there's since been an explosion of software solutions that have hit the market, covering almost every aspect of the construction lifecycle. You have everything from all-in-one project management platforms all the way through to specific point solutions. Now, when you look at this, you might think, great, problem solved, right? The industry's finally digitizing efficiently. Not so fast. If you look at today's typical construction management software toolkit, everything usually starts with one of these all-in-one project management platforms. Not to name names, but we all know which ones I'm talking about. Now, there's typically two things that are wrong with these project management platforms, which is number one, they're good at certain things, and they're terrible at others. Number two, they're also one-size-fits-all approaches. They're all designed to work a certain way for a certain kind of construction contractor that takes on certain categories of construction projects. And this is what causes contractors to now seek out these additional point solutions to cover some of these workflow gaps and issues. So now they start building their own tech stack of 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 different apps that all cover different things, none of which even talk to each other, which creates information silos across the organization. Oh, and by the way, they're still using spreadsheets. So the original problem that these tools were supposed to solve is still there. Now, if you're one of the largest construction firms out there and you have a CIO and an IT department, you can deal with this technology strategy. But what about the other 90% of the industry? What about all the small to mid-sized contractors out there that don't have IT teams? Are we expecting this to work out well for them? Because it isn't. So it's time that we rethink the way construction management software should work. And the first step is to ditch this notion that a one-size-fits-all approach is a suitable approach for this industry. Construction is far too diverse and complex for an approach like that to work well. Instead, we have to focus on flexibility. We need to allow construction contractors to decide how they want software to work for them and their business. And by doing that, we can finally move them away from these inefficient methods that they've been using for far too long. And that's exactly what Ontracker helps them do. Instead of forcing contractors into another one-size-fits-all box or expecting them to integrate all these different apps together, Ontracker gives the keys to them to design the software the way they need it to work for them around their unique operational needs. They can essentially build their own custom business application in a single platform, all without having to hire a single software developer. Now, the way it works is when a contractor creates an Ontracker account, they fill in a very simple intake process where they tell the software what kind of contractor they are and what categories of construction projects they usually work on. Based on the information provided, the software will automatically populate their account with the most commonly used templates and workflows that the software thinks they're going to need. Now, from there, if the contractor doesn't agree with the way the workflows are presented in the software, they can actually redesign every single inch of every workflow or process in the software themselves. They can also create brand new workflows from scratch. And by doing this, they can finally standardize best practices across the entire operation from the office to the field. And the best part about this is, as these contractors grow and evolve and take on new lines of business, they don't need to seek out additional tools because they can always go right back to the Ontracker platform and modify their workflows or create brand new ones for the new kinds of business that they take on. Pretend this is as simple as drag and drop, because that's how easy it is to create a workflow in Ontracker. You're going to see on the right-hand side here, you have a menu of options that you can pick from, which represent different actions or events that can happen in your workflow. And every workflow or process in the Ontracker platform is presented in a simple visual tool like a flow diagram. So all you need to do is drag in these automated events and actions into the workflow, connect it to the exact point where you want it to happen, and you're up and running. It's like magic. Ontracker has already been deployed on over 10,000 projects across the US and Canada, with over 300 completely custom workflows designed by our customers to date. Our founding team consists of industry outsiders that have built startups in other laggard industries like agriculture and healthcare, combined with lifelong construction professionals with deep domain expertise. Say hello to the future of construction management software. Thank you.